Tobago House strengthens democracy and modernizes procedures. Trinbago's Ramsey Moore fires back at critics. And Tobago awaits MV Blue Wave arrival. Good evening, I am Renessa Ortiz and you're locked into Tobago Updates Television News for Friday 23rd January 2026. Now to our top story. The Tobago House of Assembly returned to session yesterday for its first plenary sitting since the January 12th elections, with members moving to modernize procedures and strengthen democratic practices. From safeguarding committee operations to expanding public participation and embracing virtual sittings, the Assembly is taking steps to ensure transparency and the smooth running of legislative business. More in this report from Martina Renales-Salazar.
The Tobago House of Assembly convened its first plenary sitting yesterday, where members debated a number of motions, including proposed changes to the Assembly's standing orders. Among them was a motion moved by Councillor Petal Ann Roberts seeking to amend Standing Order 79 by adding a new subsection. Roberts said the amendment is intended to safeguard the continuity, independence, and efficiency of the Public Accounts Committee when a minority leader is not in place.
Be it resolved that this Honorable House agrees to immediately amend Standing Order 79 by inserting a new subsection 3 to read as follows. Section 79(3). In the event that there exists no minority leader in the House, the Chief Secretary shall appoint a member that is not an Executive Council member to be the chairperson thereof.
As part of efforts to uphold democratic practices in the absence of a minority leader, Councillor Adana Joseph Wallace and Assembly Member Keegan Denoon tabled motions aimed at modernizing the Tobago House of Assembly's operations. The proposal called for the introduction of new standing orders that would expand public engagement through an online system, allowing citizens to submit motions and questions for consideration by the Assembly. Assembly Member Nikita Percy underscored the importance of hybrid and virtual sit-ins in ensuring the continuity of legislation business.
The conduct of hybrid and virtual sit-ins of the Assembly. B. The digital participation of members who are unable to be physically present at a sit-in. C. The recognition, verification, and official recording of members participating virtually. D. The procedure of voting, debate, and quorum in hybrid and virtual sit-in.
The first plenary session since the elections showcased initiatives aimed at enhancing transparency, encouraging public participation, and ensuring the uninterrupted conduct of legislative business. Martina Renales-Salazar reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
As Panorama 2026 redefines Carnival's traditional footprint, Trinbago's leadership is pushing back against social media critics. Tobago-born President Beverly Ramsey Moore is pivoting the narrative from past insolvency to what she calls prosperity in Pan. With the Ministry of Culture noting that Carnival is no longer tethered solely to Port of Spain, the Steel Pan movement is also evolving. President Beverly Ramsey Moore is reminding the public of the 2018 homeless period when her executive faced immediate eviction and $300,000 in debt. Today, she is citing a financial reset. The organization reveals that car park revenue alone now exceeds $20,000 monthly, directly covering current rental costs. This transparency follows 5 consecutive clean audits, a major milestone for the body. While critics question the roadmap, Ramsey Moore maintains that professionalizing the headquarters was the necessary first step toward the movement's permanent home and global expansion. Tobago Sport is buzzing with activity as preparations pick up for the arrival of the MV Blue Wave cargo vessel. Teams have been working behind the scenes, laying the groundwork and making sure everything is in place. With all the early planning complete, the vessel is expected to arrive in Tobago soon. Chairman of the Tobago arm of the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Curtis Williams, says preparations are well advanced for the commencement of operations of the MV Blue Wave cargo vessel. According to Williams, the process is progressing smoothly and is already far ahead of schedule. He added that the Chamber has received word that the MV Blue Wave is expected to arrive in Tobago by next Tuesday or Wednesday, pending final clearance to begin operations.
They started some procedures prior to the vessel coming in, and they were in Tobago as well, going through the berthing and where the lines will be and stuff like that. So yeah, they were working on that. So they're trying to work on those stuff before the vessel gets in, so that when it do come, that we don't have to spend much time going through those things. And I could say they're far ahead, because we did get a message that we expect the vessel next week, Tuesday or Wednesday.
The MV Blue Wave, built in 1991 under a Panamanian flag, is more than just a cargo vessel. It features 73 passenger cabins with beds and bathrooms, a 142-seat self-service restaurant, a lounge, entertainment areas, and a passenger lift. With all preparations already in place, Tobago is ready to welcome the vessel, marking a new chapter in cargo operations and passenger service on the island. Up next, Central Bank to demonetize the 5-cent coin.
Tobago, it's Carnival. Dubai, the event space formerly known as Shade, for the court Tobago, says, let's celebrate Carnival. Bring your coolers every Friday and Saturday, starting from Friday the 30th of January till Carnival week, and pay $50 at the door with your cooler all night. No ice, no chaser allowed. Top DJ and artists passing through every Friday and Saturday. To pre-book your cabanas, call 369-6414 and 394-3612 or email iwamg@gmail.com. And this promotion is going on until Easter. Gates open at 9 p.m. It's rum, it's bacchanal. Bring your coolers and come.
Been down this road before. All that left is rum and bacchanal. This is Carnival.
When the game is on, you don't want to miss the best moments. With AMPLIA TV, you can enjoy our ultimate sports package and watch your favorite games on the go. Stay connected and informed with sports news, scores, and stats with AMPLIA's fastest internet speeds. Up to 1 GB fiber internet, you can stream riveting football action, cricket, NBA games, and much more. With AMPLIA, it's game on. Visit amplia.co.tt or call 800-4663. AMPLIA. Do more, live more.
Hey, you come in. Long time I see you. This station complete. Ready for children party. Mommy! Jay, you can't go nowhere with these children. And you know you can't depend on Kevin neither Steven to see about them. Yeah, total waste. So I supposed to stay home whole time? Jada is 12. She could see about that. You just leave Jada to see about Kia and Kayla? I thought it's your mother or your sister. Who? Them always busy. Jada could handle that. She cooking and cleaning a long time. And the next two, better know what time it is. It's only me, you know. I will talk to my mother. She just home these days. She will make sure the children okay. Alright. Let me see the moves for later.
Before you ramage, make sure the children okay. Call 996 to report all child abuse now. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. Rooted in connection, driven by community. It's who we are at the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people, and its progress. And today, we're going even further. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
Thank you for staying with us. The Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago has confirmed that the 5-cent coin will be demonetized from circulation effective March 1, 2026, marking a notable change to the country's currency system. The decision follows cabinet approval and recommendations from the Ministry of Finance, which determined that the denomination is no longer sustainable. Minister of Finance Davindranath Tanku explained that the cost of producing the 5-cent coin now far exceeds its face value, while its purchasing power has steadily eroded over time. As part of the process, a dedicated multi-agency committee has been formed to manage the demonetization exercise. The group will guide the withdrawal schedule, ensure regulatory compliance, and evaluate the economic and social implications of the move. For consumers, the most visible change will occur during cash transactions, which will be rounded to the nearest 10 cents once the coin is removed. Speaking with economist Dr. Vanis James, he stated that he supports this move to digitize the country's economy.
Decisions like that, like the decommissioning of the 5 cents piece, and so on. These are technically based choices, data-based decisions. The central bank normally would monitor the transactions practices in the country, digital currency use, and other things that would make it unnecessary to produce and circulate certain coins, 1 cent, 5 cent, maybe 10 cent, 25 cent coming down the road. They make that choice, and as a general matter, it's evidence-based, and I would generally trust the central bank to make a straightforward, non-political decision.
Digital and electronic payments, however, will continue to be processed at exact amounts. Authorities have stressed that public awareness will be essential. A nationwide education campaign and consultations with businesses and stakeholders are planned to ensure a smooth and well-understood transition ahead of the 2026 deadline. Venezuelan legislators have approved the sweeping amendments to the country's hydrocarbons law, opening the door to greater foreign involvement in the oil sector after years of tight state control. The reform, unveiled by acting President Delcy Rodriguez, allows international companies to operate oil fields at their own expense and risk, reducing long-standing dominance. National Assembly President Jorge Rodriguez said the changes are aimed at rapidly boosting output, arguing that vast reserves are meaningless without the capacity to bring production online quickly. The policy shift follows recent political turmoil in Caracas and appears to align with conditions set by Washington. In response, the White House confirmed agreements covering the sale of roughly US $500 million in Venezuelan crude as shipments to the United States resume. President Donald Trump publicly commended Rodriguez's leadership, linking renewed oil flows to the legislative overhaul. Lawmakers also passed complementary measures strengthening legal safeguards for investors, a key demand from U.S. energy firms. Still, analysts warn that security risks and ongoing political uncertainty could delay major investment. Tobago has long been known for its calm and safe communities, and local leaders are keen to keep it that way. While the government considers zones of special operations in parts of Trinidad, the island's small size and low crime rates mean Tobago may be spared. More in this report from Martina Renales-Salazar.
Curtis Williams, chairman of the Tobago arm of the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce, says Tobago may have been spared from the government's zone of special operations due to the comparatively low crime levels. He calls on the island's youth to maintain calm and avoid actions that could threaten community safety.
Well, the zone that was more, according to the information I got, Tobago would not be one of those critical or red zone, as they call it. Because, our nature crime in Tobago is not like Trinidad. So we won't be one of those areas, and I say thank God for that. I want to appeal to the young men and women in Tobago to cool themselves down. We can't afford to have those kind of activities across there.
Williams said Tobago's small size and low levels of violent crime make a zone of special operations unnecessary on the island. He noted that unlike larger countries such as Jamaica, implementing such measures could disrupt daily life and potentially affect tourism, and expressed hope that Tobago would remain free from such incidents.
In Jamaica is a large country, so you could have a special zone going on and that doesn't affect the tourists. But Tobago is so small, so you can imagine you having a special zone operation, certain areas being locked off. It will have some impact on us, and we're not accustomed to that level of violence. So I don't think, let's keep our fingers crossed that those things don't come across here at all.
He also praised the Tobago Police Service for their work, urging officers to continue their efforts and adopt a proactive approach to crime prevention. He expressed hope that Tobago would remain safe and free from the levels of violence seen elsewhere, keeping the island a secure place for residents and visitors alike. Tobago Updates reached out to ACP Inspector of Police Mahalia Bacchus for comments on whether Tobago could be included in a zone of special operations. She said she has no information on the matter at this time. Martina Renales-Salazar reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
The news continues in a moment, but why wait? You can follow every story, every update, all the time. Join the conversation and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. Don't miss a beat. We'll be right back.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. It's who we are and the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people, and its progress. And today, we're going even further. We're deepening our commitment to the region, continuing to invest in the networks, services, and digital solutions that move Caribbean businesses forward. Whether you are a mid-sized business or multinational player, we bring you resilient connectivity, personalized service, and tailored IT solutions, all powered by local teams that truly have your back. We're here to help you navigate challenges, grow, and achieve your goals with practical solutions, reliable networks, and a partnership rooted in trust and your long-term success. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At DIGICEL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options set. Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At DIGICEL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships. It's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Welcome back. The government of Trinidad and Tobago is moving to streamline the presence of undocumented immigrants across the Twin Island Republic. Thursday's post-cabinet media briefing, a follow-up to a December 29, 2025 media release, the Migrant Registration Framework continues its reactivation, one started by the previous administration, but that now carries a fee and the promise of immediate deportation for those who fail to comply. Joel Green-George has the details.
In a decisive move to bolster national security and update the country's migrant database, the Cabinet has approved a comprehensive registration framework for all undocumented immigrants. Unlike the 2019 exercise, which focused primarily on Venezuelan nationals, this 2026 initiative encompasses every illegal immigrant regardless of nationality. Homeland Security officials estimate the project will cost approximately $1 million, a significant reduction from the $5 million spent 7 years ago. By utilizing state-owned facilities like the Dwight York Stadium here in Tobago and the Larry Gomes Stadium in Arima.
It's not just, as I mentioned before, not just for the Venezuelan nationals, but for all immigrants, irrespective of your nationality. So it doesn't matter where you came from, what race, etc.
The process is partially digital. Applicants must first visit migrantregistration.gov.tt to begin their application. This will be followed by in-person interviews starting after the Carnival season. A registration fee of $700 TT is required for adults to offset administrative costs, though children are exempt. The government emphasizes that this is about accountability, not just revenue.
But it is there to note that after the registration, if anybody is caught and you were not registered, it gives us an opportunity for instant deportation.
While some may fear that a lack of perfect documentation, such as expired passports or missing birth records, may disqualify them, the ministry is urging all migrants to come forward. The Homeland Minister stated they are looking for purposeful residents, not those contributing to the nation's crime statistics.
We are not looking for persons who would add to the problems that we are seeing on the nation streets.
The registration cards will be valid until December 31st, 2026, granting successful applicants the legal right to work and providing the state with a genuine record of who is residing within its borders. But given that no amnesty has been offered, it is dubious whether the turnout will rival that of 2019. Reporting for Tobago Updates Television News, I'm Jewel Green George.
The Soca Under the Salmon Tree rebirth at Tambourine Square was intended as a high-energy kickoff for Tobago's Carnival season. But while stars like Iwer George and Pretty ignited the stage, the real story unfolded on the rooftops. Despite a modest $20 security fee, hundreds of onlookers were spotted perched on high walls and government buildings to catch the show for free. Social media erupted with residents like Jessica Forbes lamenting the downfall of local support, noting the crowd outside dwarfed the paying audience within. Radio Tambourine owner George Leacock remained tight-lipped on the gate figures but shifted focus to the island's future, expressing anticipation for the next Tobago Culture portfolio lead. With Leacock also launching his Happy Lost Sailors band this week, the incident highlights a growing tension between a vibrant cultural product and the willingness of the public to invest in its survival. The man whose tactical political retreat is said to have helped secure a 15-0 THA election blue wave for the Tobago People's Party is reacting to the results. Progressive Democratic Patriots leader Watson Duke released 2 social media videos addressing the aftermath. This follows his December 8th move that rallied his Spartans to vote blue because of the black, stating that this was specifically to prevent a PNM return to power. Speaking to Tobago Updates, Duke admitted the internal sell wasn't easy.
It was very difficult, but I am who I am. I mean that people who know me. And people who like Watson. Those who don't like Watson, don't like Watson. So my people like me actually, and I like them too. And so it was difficult in the sense that they would say, Watson, why are you going with a man like this? Now, a man who betray you. If he betray you again, I said, don't study that. Don't study that. I say, look, people make mistakes, things happen, forget that. We have to work together because Tobago's interest is at hand.
While many believe that Duke's endorsement was a critical catalyst for PNM's defeat, the PDP now finds itself without representation as supporters ask, what's next?
It is my hope and my expectation for all the hard work I put down, bringing in these seats for the TPP, that they would respect my contribution and they will place me in a role where I could prevent even the antagonism of the people on the streets.
Come Monday, January 26th, Mr. Duke's aspirations are expected to receive a definitive response. The weather report when we return.
Tobago, it's Carnival. The vibe. The event space, formerly known as Shade, for the court Tobago, said, let's celebrate Carnival. Bring your coolers every Friday and Saturday, starting from Friday the 30th of January till Carnival week, and pay $50 at the door with your cooler all night. No ice, no chaser allowed. Top DJ and artists passing through every Friday and Saturday. To pre-book your cabanas, call 369-6414 and 394-3612 or email iwamg@gmail.com. And this promotion is going on until Easter. Gates open at 9 p.m. It's rum, it's bacchanal. Bring your coolers and come.
Been down this road before. All that left is rum and bacchanal. This is Carnival.
Hey, you come in. Long time I see you. this station pumping. Ready for children party. Mommy! Jay, you can't go nowhere with these children. And you know you can't depend on Kevin neither Stephen to see about them. Yeah, total waste. So I supposed to stay home whole time? Jada is 12. She could see about them. You just leave Jada to see about Kia and Kayla? I thought it was your mother or your sister. Who? Them always busy. Jada could handle that. She cooking and cleaning a long time. And the next two, better know what time it is. It's only me, you know. I will talk to my mother. She just home these days. She will make sure the children okay. Alright. Let me see the moves for later.
Before you ramage, make sure the children okay. Call 996 to report all child abuse now. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. Rooted in connection, driven by community. It's who we are at the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people, and its progress. And today, we're going even further. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes for breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Welcome back. The Meteorological Service has advised that the dry season is expected to begin with wetter than usual conditions, a forecast that is already being reflected in rainfall recorded across parts of Tobago. Officials say the outlook is intended to guide preparedness efforts among emergency and response agencies. Here are the details.
Travis Gardner, meteorologist at the Met Service Tobago Division, said the dry season outlook had already indicated a wetter than usual start. Based on those projections, increased rainfall was anticipated during the early part of the season. Conditions in Crown Point on Thursday supported that forecast, with approximately 33 milliliters of rainfall recorded during the morning, reinforcing expectations of a wet start to the dry season.
We would have done our outlook for the dry season, where we would have indicated that because of the La Nina that we are expecting, that we're going to have a very wet start to the dry season. Like today here in Crown Point, we had like about 30 millimeter rainfall for the morning. So we were expecting some rainfall to start the dry season. And then as you go into late February, March, you expect the dry season to get more harsh. We're going to get those harsh, drier conditions. So you get a lack of rainfall during that period.
From the agency's perspective, its role is to provide the weather and climate outlook. Agencies such as the Fire Service and the Tobago Emergency Management Agency, TEMA, then use that information to guide their response. During drier conditions, activities that could increase the risk of bushfires are discouraged. The focus remains on presenting expected rainfall levels and overall conditions to support informed decision-making.
Our perspective, we give you what is the outlook for the weather or the climate, and then Fire Service, TEMA, etc. will give you the response, whether it be that because it's a drier climate, you're not going to be lighting fires, you're not going to be doing certain activities like that could cause bushfires, etc. So we just give the outlook in terms of what we expect in terms of rainfall figures, and then the relevant authorities would advise the public as to what to do going forward.
Meteorological officials are continuing to monitor conditions closely and are urging the public and relevant agencies to remain guided by official forecasts. They stress that seasonal outlooks play a critical role in planning and risk reduction, particularly as weather patterns at the start of the dry season continue to show signs of increased rainfall. This is Aliyah Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Now for a look at the weather update from the Trinidad and Tobago Met Office. The Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service has advised that patchy showers are expected at times tonight across Trinidad, Tobago and the remainder of the Lesser Antilles. Tomorrow we will see generally sunny conditions, though partly cloudy spells with showers over a few areas are likely, with isolated showers lingering into the night. Overnight temperatures are forecast to be near 24 degrees Celsius at both Piarco and Crown Point, while daytime temperatures are expected to rise about 31 degrees Celsius at Piarco and 30 degrees Celsius at Crown Point, with heat index values reaching near 35 degrees Celsius, making it feel quite hot during the afternoon. Marine conditions will remain moderate, becoming occasionally rough in the Leeward Islands. Open waters will experience waves between 2 and 2.5 meters, increasing to up to 3 meters in the leewards, while sheltered areas will see seas near 1 to 1.5 meters. Mariners are advised to exercise caution. Sunrise is expected at 6:29 a.m. with sunset at 6:06 p.m. And that's all the time we have for tonight's Tobago Update News. Have a great weekend. Let's recap the headlines. Tobago House strengthens democracy and modernizes procedures. Trinbago's Ramsey Moore fires back at critics. And Tobago awaits MV Blue Wave arrival.